Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Super Shredder Moonshadow deck in Thomas format. So this is the third video of the new set. We got some new cards here. We're playing with this card called Super Shredder. This is like a pretty jacked up version of the Moonshadow. This card kind of goes crazy in this deck, but we're only going to be playing 2 copies of it just because it's a legendary and it's a 2-mana card. But this card grows at such a fast rate that I don't think you're going to be disappointed. So this card says Menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. And why is this really good? Well, this format we are playing with 4 copies of Strip Mine, so Super Shredder actually triggers on any permanent leaving the battlefield, including opponents. So you play a Strip Mine, it triggers on your Strip Mine leaving the battlefield and opponent's land also leaving the battlefield. And this is also including a lot of the opponent's fetch lands and stuff like that. Not to mention, when I bolt or play Fatal Push on opponent's creatures, that's also going to grow the Super Shredder as well. So this card is absolutely nuts. As for the other new card that we're going to be playing this card called Rat King Verminister. This is a 2-mana card. Again, another legendary card. So we're only going to be playing 2 copies of it. And it says, at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 1/1 black-red creature token. And this card also grows by +1/+1. So a bit similar to something like a Stalactite Stalker, where it only grows at the end of your end step. Where this plays nicely is on turn 2, and then you have a fetch land, and then you have to play a 2-mana card. The Super Shredder is not going to grow because it doesn't grow at the end of the turn, since you had to crack the fetch land to play the Super Shredder. But the Rat King is going to be able to grow even if you crack the fetch land on your main step. The other ability is not going to really come into effect because it says you have to tap this card and sacrifice 3 rats, and then return target creature card and all other cards with the same name as that card from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This is not really going to be relevant, but I guess if the game goes long enough and then you've somehow created 3 rats by passing 3 turns, it's a potential. But don't expect the card to do that. But even without that, I think the other effects are actually pretty nice. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Episode 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on there. Right, looks decent. A stomping ground into Kawabunga. Okay. Interesting. I feel like I need to Thoughtseize here, right? I don't know what my opponent's doing. So you have this Anchovy, 4-mana card. When this artifact enters, destroy target creature. Ooh. Each creature you control with the counter on it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So currently I can't kill this. So let's get rid of that. We'll go into a Deathray Shaman here. Okay, so they're going to be able to play a double anchovy and banana pizza, and I have to eat it. I think that's the lore. You have to eat this disgusting pizza and then you die. Alright. Okay, so I guess, I'll play the double Netherglyph. I'll probably play the Super Shredder. Super Shredder. Oh, opponent forgot to fetch. The Super Shredder a procs on any permanent leaving the battlefield, including opponents. They get to eat a food, but the Super Shredder grows. And they're dead. Okay. Really cool. A really cool deck opponent was playing there. So it's an affinity deck, so I should have some meltdown. Meltdowns. I think that's it. Might go down on Thoughtseize, honestly. Right, we got a Dragon Rage Chandler plus the Mishra's Bubble. Ooh, a Tormod's Crypt. Another land. I think I would prefer another land. I'll probably go into Amped Raptors. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, so it's like scales. I see. Okay, I should kill it right now, right? So I'm not cracking the Mishra's Bubble because the Amped Raptor could hit like a Moon Sorrow. The Super Shredder. There's so many cards. Okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to grow this thing and then make this unblockable and deal a lot of damage. Each creature you control with the counter on it can be blocked. Okay, I don't think I need to kill this right now. I'll just go into Amped Raptor. Ooh, that's a pretty bad hit. Yikes. Once opponent spends some mana on this mutagen on the Michelangelo, we'll Molten Collapse it. It's actually a pretty cool card. I actually like that. Moxopole, Anchovy. I'm not really sure about being a, you know, a 3-color deck though. Okay, wait, I strip mine. I'm gonna Raptor again. We got a Nethergoyf, which isn't quite what we wanted to see, but looks like we have to Molten Collapse here. Unbelievable. Okay, it's another anchovy. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're dead. Right, GG's opponent. Very cool deck. Alright, we have a double Moonshadow with the Mishra's Bubble. Just in case if there's a Bowmaster, I want to use the Mishra's Bubble. I think I might want to go Rat King next turn. I'm not sure. I go Rat King. I think I should go Rat King. Or I can go Moonshadow and then strip mine the Elegant Polor. That could be an option. And then play Rat King next turn. I don't think the Oscillate Pride is like a top priority when I have a Orcish Bowmaster. Maybe it is. Okay, so they have another land. Another Oscillate Pride. So I can't play the Rat King. I need to leave up a Orcish Bowmaster. I could save this Mishra's Bubble for my fetch. Okay, yeah, definitely we don't want that. Oh man, this is kind of rough actually. We have 0 removal spells so far. Into an Ajani. So that's even more rough, actually.
It's not perfect.
I think I might just let the Ajani transform and kill both of the Oscillate Prides, maybe? No, that's not gonna work because they can just... They didn't attack with the other Oscillate Pride. Man... Alright, we lost. Even if I kill this, it's just game over. We just need like something like a Fire Magic or something against them. Disaster. Super Shredder is kind of cool against the Goblin Bombardment. Alright. I think I might actually keep the Raptor instead of the Rat King. Because I currently don't have a removal spell. I'll keep the bubble for potential DRC draw. Okay, so we're gonna play that game. We are gonna play that game. I'll just crack it now then. I'll keep that. I'll probably strip mine. Because without empty boar, Raptor is not that great, right? Maybe I should have actually Mishra's bubbled first before doing that. Yeah, I want to definitely keep that. Yeah, we'll go Raptor now. Although we just got a fire magic. Yeah, we did actually just get a fire magic. I don't know. I am so unlucky. Man, I'm on a roll with the Raptors today. Twice today, twice. Both times we casted the Raptor, we have failed to actually get anything other than another Raptor. Okay, so the worst case scenario happened there. Okay. The thing is, I have fire magic, but like... maybe I should have kept that because they have a strip mine. Yeah, maybe I should have actually kept it. The Rat King Vermister. Look at the rat. Look at the rat. Ready to fight. Pretty cool. I might actually just fire magic this, by the way. Because that'll create another rat, and it'll grow the Rat King. Wow, Chthonian Nightmare. Interesting, they went for the Amped Raptor. Right, so I am going to... Since these get blocked anyways, I'm just going to Dragon Ray Chandler into a fire magic here. We definitely want to keep that. Nice. Do I want Disruptor Flute because they play that? I don't know. Maybe I'll have one copy, maybe? Seems kind of bad, though. Right, we have a Fire Magic and a bunch of Bowmasters. God of Souls was actually the best card they could have actually drawn, but then we drew a Lightning Bolt. Pretty sick. Yeah, if they play Oslo Pride here, I'll just Lightning Bolt. Seems like they have some sort of a removal spell. Nice. Okay, very nice. We'll just go Orcish Bowmaster now. I could just wait and then play Fire Magic later. I should have actually fetched the mountain, since I can fetch the swamp with this. Pretty good. Pretty good. Into Ragavan. I think I'll just hold on to a Fire Magic here. Take the damage. I see. Netherglyph is a 2/3 right now. I mean, they shocked, so might as well. They have something, right? If they play Loris, we're in a really good shape. And Fire Magic, boom. Voila! Opponent's gone. Okay, it's not the craziest hand, but it can work. I don't think we have to play this Mishra's Bubble right now. Since we don't have to expect like turn 1 Bowmaster coming out. I guess the Gallic Discharge, they get extra energy. Okay, well, let's crack it now. Okay, we definitely want that. By the way, did this set rotate in standard? Like, there's like new boards and whatnot. Really cool. Bowmaster. It's okay. Nothing too crazy, but if there's an Oscillate Pride, then we can use it to get rid of it. Molten Collapse. I'll take it. Yeah, the set may have rotated. Okay, Oscillate Pride is the card that we have to get rid of here. Probably both of them, actually. We have no choice. Interesting. We're kind of low on life, so I kind of have to. Kind of have to. A strip mine, no thank you. Oh, we actually drew all of our lands. Oh, what a find! Rewarded for cracking the Mistress Bubble there. Pretty cool. So they get to play another card. Probably like Oscillate Pride or God of Soul. Oscillate Pride would be kind of insane. Wow, they actually went for Orcish Bowmaster. This is actually completely unexpected. But why? Why Orcish Bowmaster there? Ooh, Rat King Vermister. Doesn't really do anything right now, but... Okay. We go to next one. Fire Magic. Bowmaster. Blood Sheep's Thirst. And then we take out the 4 Thought Seizes. Super easy sideboard. Beautiful. Chrome Mox, wow. Completely unexpected, I must say. Into a Juggernaut. Either they're gonna take away the Fatal Push or the Fire Magic here. Opponent took out the Moonshadow. Of all things. Interesting. I think I'm just going to leave up a Fatal Push, pass the turn. I don't want to get Bowmastered on the Dragon Rage Channeler. Should I Fatal Push? Short. Guide of Soul. Right, so... I'm not sure how many lands they have, but... currently they only have one black source. I think this is a reason to actually strip mine their Sacred Foundry. Darn. Backfired. Wait, what? Another Godless Shrine? Okay. Maybe opponent made a mistake. Yeah, maybe opponent made a mistake there. Oh, that's because they had an Elegant Polor in their hand. We're drawing pretty decently. Amp the Raptor. Into a discharge. Oh, right. So I think I'll just play this and pass. Because this is going to like snowball. The opponent didn't fetch the Marsh Flats. I think this week a lot of people are going to make the same mistake. It's a new card, right? So in the fetch format, this grows really, really quick. So currently I need a fetch land. I do need a fetch land here. The Loris might take over the game if I don't get a fetch land. This might be my final turn because they have a Juggernaut Peddler. We have to have a fetch land here. It's not a fetch land. Alright, looks like we lose the game. Wah, wah, wah. They're gonna play the Juggernaut Peddler. And I'll have to, oh no, they didn't. Maybe the game's not over? No, it looks like the game's still over. Oh, they're not going to even attack. Okay, we got a lightning bolt, but it's a bit late, isn't it? It's a bit late. It's a bit late. They have a goblin bombardment. They have 2 threats and the goblin bombardment, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get out of this. I mean, we do have Loris coming. It's just that we don't really have lands to really... It's just gonna die immediately. We'll see. Like, what can we get back? Dragon Rage Channeler is not really active. We just need a removal spell. I think I'm going to Surveil. I should have maybe blocked. That's my bad. I should have blocked there. Yeah, I should have blocked there. Because if I blocked... Yeah, I should have blocked. My bad. So block like so. A Ganjo. How is the Dragon Rage Channeler still not active? No baubles, I guess. Alright, Disruptor Flute instead of a Stalactite Stalker. Alright. Not a bad hand. I could go Nether Goyf. Nah, I need to kill this. Do I want to draw? I think I should, since it doesn't... Oslo Pride. Darn. No, landlord situation. Not like this. I shouldn't attack. Yep. Ooh. Might have to still keep this. Let's see what they're playing. Ren's Resolve, so this is a combo deck. Let's go with the Super Shredder. I wanna save the Molten Collapse for like a Bergie coming out. This is the first person to actually have fetched the right way before the Super Shredder came down. It's actually the first person. Crazy enough. Sorrel comes down.
Another day, another job.
We are going to strip mine their land here. And I'm going to Molten Collapse this. Super fast clock with the Super Shredder. They're almost dead next turn. That was indeed Super Shredder. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it. So this Mai was actually supposed to be Toka, the new card. Probably should have a Toka here. And we're gonna have a Surgical. I'm gonna go down on 2 Stalactite Stalkers and maybe a copy of a Fatal Push and an Amped Raptor. Actually, let's go down on a Rat King. Okay, we have a Surgical. Dragon Ray Channeler. I'm probably gonna be auto-passing opponent's turn too. We'll see. I don't want them to know that we have a Surgical, you know? Alright, so... they have a Ral. I can go Moonshadow, Verdant Catacomb into Dragon Ray Channeler. I think that should be safe enough. Especially with the Surgical. Oh, there's a Ancient Tomb. Might be a bit dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna Surgical the Seething Song in response. A Thoughtseize? Might be okay. That is if I'm not dead. But they can like Grape Shot kill my dudes. That's the thing. Yeah, they might be just Grape Shotting here. There we go. Which does suck, but I think that's okay. They don't have Seething Song anymore for the combo. Wow, they even transformed. Lucky.
If you're not scared of lightning,
So we're gonna need double lightning bolt on that.
testing is ahead of schedule.
Boom.
Lucky
Boom.
shot. Maybe the machine did need a safety valve.
I was hoping it didn't transform, but it did. They only have one red source. Well, now they have another one. Okay, should I Thoughtseize here? The thing is, they have a grave shot in the graveyard. And I'm taking damage. I feel like that's not where you want to be. But an 8 storm though, like that's so unlikely. I think I should probably get rid of a Valakut. Since I can just strip mine their Elegant Pelor for the white mana. Opponent chains off once more. They don't have triple red at the moment. Unless this last card is a red card. Conveniently it is. They might actually win because they drew that. Great find. Yeah, great find. I think we just took too much damage. Too much self-damage. I'm gonna keep it. And hopefully we draw land. Yeah, hopefully we draw land. Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land. Let's go. Nice. Okay, so I can go Mai. I think that's probably for the better. I don't want to shock myself. I don't know, maybe I should have Thoughtseize? I don't know. Okay, definitely Thoughtseizing now. Chromox. That's not very good. Oh, we have a lightning bolt, so opponent can cast like 2 more spells. Okay, they're dead because they can't cast any more spells. Otherwise, they're dead to lightning bolt. Right, GG's. Think that is going to wrap it up here. Right, so we took a look at this deck today. My initial impression with some of the new cards is that they're actually quite good. I would say compared to these two, I'm actually leaning more towards Super Shredder being very, very good. I think this card is super powerful. A lot of the games just ended almost immediately. Give it or take like 2 turns, like this card grows absolutely crazy. Very surprising too, right? Very surprising too, but it's been actually very, very good. Compared to that, the Rat King, I feel like it's a little bit harder to trigger because it kind of relies on your own stuff, right? Mishra's Bubble, you know, fetch lands, strip mines, things like that. And yeah, it's not... I feel like it's not as good, but because these two are both legendaries, I think you can definitely play both of them together. I think it's completely okay, but it's been pretty good and definitely a lot of fun. Like the fact that the strip mine actually triggers both times on your strip mine and an opponent's land is insane. You play this card, if opponent forgets to fetch, it already becomes a 2/2. On your turn, you play strip mine, and you're already looking at a 4/4 with menace. The card grows very alarmingly fast, and I'm actually a big fan of it. This card is really good. This card is really good. Like I said, the Rat King Verminister, pretty decent, but not as good. Potential sideboard card. I did mention this card called Toka and Razar. This is definitely potential card that you can play in the sideboard. Can't be countered whenever a player casts a spell if the amount of mana spent to cast was less than its mana value. This deals 3 damage to that player. It's pretty good against Show and Tell, but compared to this card, it's definitely not as good, but it also doesn't hit your own stuff. So let's say if you play the Rolling Vortex and then you play Mishra's Bubble, this is going to trigger 5 damage to you, but then, you know, Toka is going to be completely fine. So nothing like super too crazy to say about the sideboard. I think the sideboard was actually decent. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.